Hello everyone and welcome to Review Time. I'm your host iSlip, and today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers Combiner Wars Hotspot. And he looks interesting. He has that Fire Convoy, Robots in Disguise, Optimus Prime, the original Robots in Disguise, Optimus Prime fire truck feel to him, except that he is sky blue. Now, I have a problem with that, only because, at least in this country, fire engines are red. And I know for a time some of them were like a pukey yellow greeny color, but for the most part they are red. And that was one thing that always bothered me about even the original Hotspot, was that he was blue. Now, I don't know if in Japan things run a little bit differently and their fire trucks are blue. From every movie I've seen, I can remember that none of them were ever blue. I never saw a blue one. I saw yellow ones and the red ones. So, other than that, he's pretty cool. He's got 8 wheels. That's interesting. And he is... yeah, he's... there's not much I can say about it. He's got a ladder that goes up. It does go up. Go up. There we go. It goes up. It does rotate. It has 2 guns on it. You can take the guns off and you can put them anywhere you want to. Here, you can put them on the end here. I like to put them on the ends like this and think of them as water cannons, which I do think some fire trucks have. That might actually be what that is. Just really big water cannons. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It rolls okay. It's not the best rolling fire truck ever, and for some reason my fire truck is never, well, now it's straight, but usually it bends and I can't. And also you can see robot head poking out there. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure if you turn it around, the robot head won't poke out. But hey, you know, why not? That definitely reminds me of Optimus Prime or Fire Convoy from the Robots in Disguise Car Robots line. So, yeah. There's not much more I can say about this. If you have the Perfect Effect upgrade set, which look like this, and the hands, well, you can work some magic. Voila! There you have a fire truck with major firepower. Oops, that's crooked. Come on. So, yeah, see? And yeah, I know that's crazy, but you know, let's be real here. We've got a fire truck that turns into a giant war machine. It turns into a giant robot fighting for stuff. So yeah, but you can totally do that. Let's go ahead and take all the pieces off because, you know, we're done with this. We'll go right on to the next mode, which is the robot mode. Now, when you get it out of the box, it's going to be slightly mistransformed, and I'll show you where that mistransformation comes. Let's see if I can remember how to do this, because I'm only transferring them like... I've had them for a few days, but I've had them mostly in combined mode, because really, it's Combiner Wars. It's what you get the toy for. So, let's go ahead and raise these up just a little bit. Okay, and let's see what we're going to do. We're going to... yeah, now... you might have your head, your little piece like this, or it might be like this. Whichever way you have it is fine. I think it's supposed to be like this. It could be that it's supposed to be like this. Doesn't really matter to me. So you're going to split that so that you can get this loose. And you're going to bring these down to the side. Rotate this down. And if you have this flipped down like so, you want to flip this up. You're going to bring these down like so, bring these down like so, and you've got your arms done. you're going to come down here and you're going to go ahead and split these apart, rotate them around so that the lights are facing forward, and then you're going to slide these out. There's a little right there, you can see a little slidey piece. Slide this out. You're going to accordion this up. Now I'm going to show you how it comes out of the box. So when you get it out of the box, you're going to have it like this. You see that round bowl, that round section is sticking out like that. If you do that, then you get some really bad weak knees. You get a taller robot, but weak knees. What you're supposed to do is, whoa, there, go away. You can see there are two joints right there next to each other. Hopefully you can see it. Go away! Sorry, it's a bug or a fly or something. And you want this part here to go in and this part here to be facing out. So you're gonna bend it like that, and then you're gonna push it, and it kind of clicks in. And then you have a bit of a stronger knee. It's not too strong, but it's more of a solid knee. And then you're gonna just swing that up and do that. So again, you're going to unpeg that, slide it down, push this joint so that it's like that, and you're going to slide it in, and then you've got yourself a knee. Take this and flip it up like so. So there you've got most of your robot done. We're going to come back here, and there's not much to be done with this part. It just kind of hangs on the back. And there's a little sort of hook here, and it hooks into a slot there, so you want to hook that in. Let's see, I believe you just bring this down and this flips around. No, that's not quite right. I guess bring this up and flip this down, then you've got this big robot spire. No, that wasn't how it came out of the box, and that's not how the instructions said to do it. Maybe I have it upside down. Maybe it's supposed to go the other way. Let's see, like so. And nope, that's not how it goes. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. I should know how to do this. I'm an idiot. So after looking over my video and trying a few things, I figured out where I was going wrong. So here we have Hotspot, and here you have him in the way that I was going to leave him, because I figured this is the way it was supposed to go. Really what you're supposed to do is well, at this point you want to unpeg this, rotate it around, peg it back, and bring this all the way down like this, and then right at this section you want to bend that up and open these up, and you're going to, I guess you can, nope, you're gonna bring that piece up, the part that has the combiner mode head, and it's hard to see because we're not in the proper spot, but there are holes there and there are pegs here, and they're gonna fit right there and there, and then you of course pop open your head, and there you have Hotspot in his robot mode. And I mean, it's a little bit better. You still have these black pieces sticking down, but they're only a teeny bit, and it actually helps keep them standing up, so you can, you know, get them in poses. And now they're not so, there's not so much kibble, and I mean, it's there, but there's not enough to really hinder you that much, and it actually helps balance him out a little. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go back with the regular portion of the video now, and keep in mind that it's not going to be transformed correctly at the back piece, because the day that I recorded this, I could not figure out what I was supposed to do. So, yeah, forgive me guys, but I couldn't leave the video as it was. I had to try to fix it. So now we're going to go back to the other part of the video. Flip this piece down, flip this part up and out, flip that closed, and there you have your Combiner Wars hot spot. Now I know why they had it mistransformed, because this is pushing up on the thing, so I guess you're gonna have to bring it up a little bit just so it kind of sticks out. There's nothing you can do about it, but most of you will be having him posed facing forward, and then you can take your little guns and put them one in each hand. You can also, if you decide to, plug them back here to get them out of the way. If you just want to have one gun instead of two, you can do that. And yeah, so he looks nice from the front. From the side, yeah, that's yeah. So anyway, enough fiddling with that mode. That's not even really why I bought the figure. I didn't buy it for the fire truck mode. I certainly didn't buy it for the robot mode. I bought it for the combined mode. So let's go ahead and get him into his combined mode. So what you want to do is open this up. Maybe, let's see if it'll fit backwards. Flip it down this way and then cover. Nope, that won't fit. His face is too big. So you have to put it the other way around. So flip it around. Oh, actually this part stays down. I'm gonna go take, let's see, combine it, put it that way. This turns like so. You want to take the arms and fold them up at the elbow, and then fold them up again at the other elbow. And there are slots and pegs. If my camera will focus, will you focus? Well, that'll be focused enough. And you slot, and it goes in like so. You want to do the same thing over here. Make sure the arm is in the proper position, and then slot it in. There we go, like so. And you're going to take the legs, and you're going to turn them like so, and you're going to collapse them back down, almost like you're transforming it into a fire truck. And let's see if I can show that little. There's a little sort of a groove here, and if you look right there, you can see a sort of rectangular peg or whatever with ridges on it. So you want to get that out the way. Bring this up so that the peg and the groove line up, and make sure it's in. And then you're going to turn them sideways, like so. So then you're going to turn. Oh yeah, okay, so leave the legs sort of like that for now. Make sure you flip this part down. What you're going to do is you're going to take this piece here, and this comes over, and oh no, let's see, I can't remember. I guess, okay, you're going to put this into place here. You can see here there are holes and there are slots or whatever's pegs, rectangular pegs and slots. You're just gonna peg them together. Then this whole piece is gonna come down. You're gonna bend this part, the ladder, through his legs, and there are little catches right here that'll catch on. I think it'll catch on, or at least it'll hold it where it's supposed to go. Flip this part up like so, so that the ladder goes through his legs and up his back. Then you're going to take this part and this part. You see these two notches here, they just plug right into that. You're going to bring these points down like so. If you had them in the fire truck, you'll have this piece open to make the little basket for the person. What you're going to do is you're going to flip this piece down, make sure it's lined up properly, and then just go away, bug. Turn the head around and just straighten the legs out. And there you've got torso mode. Torso mode for Defensor, and he looks pretty good. Pictures really don't do him justice, and neither does video. In person, he looks a lot better. That looks awesome. His eyes are painted, but the way they gently reflect the light, it almost looks like they're not light pipe, but almost like they're like little gems, for lack of a better word. So he looks pretty spiffy. I like him. I honestly didn't think I was going to. So let's go ahead and get the rest. Oh, and if you want to, you can plug his guns. If you don't want to have him using, you can plug them into the chest here. You can also plug them into the fists in the back. So that, and this is where you can see if they decided to use this to make an onslaught, to make a Bruticus. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. Anyway, let's take that off. The gun combines together, but it's very loose. Like, all the pegs are these 5mm round pegs until you get to this one here. Then it's an oval. I don't know why they did that, because then what happens is you plug it in and now it stays. I've been plugging it in and it's just been falling apart anytime I put it on a figure, but I mean, it's really loose. This is ridiculously loose. There's no, like, let's see. You can see there's a bit of a seal, and it's a bit of a pain to pull. This one is just oh baby. Oh, sorry, that was very inappropriate. But here's this giant gun, and it really looks stupid. It really does. I don't like this. It's two of the same gun. It just, at least with the other guns, they were two different pieces that made one gun. These are two of, they're just mirrored. They're just mirrored, and this one has a post in the back. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. So what I like to do is I'll just either double wield or just put them on the back. So let's go ahead and get the rest of his team in, and I'm going to put them in the order that they are. Basically, what their G1 counterparts are when you normally see them in the cartoon. So we'll get these two out, and these two are the legs. Oh, this is on the wrong side. There's one thing I really like about these figures is because of the posts everywhere. You can store their weapons with them. Go ahead and do this. And originally I had a problem with there not being a proper sized groove, but honestly it always bothered me that you had these big vehicles, these fairly decent sized vehicles, and then you had a motorcycle that somehow managed to match. I mean, what motorcycle's as long as a car? I mean, I can understand a bit of a discrepancy, but that's just ridiculously too much. That is too much. A motorcycle's what, like half the length of almost a little bit more than half the length of a normal vehicle. So, oh, I forgot to put these flaps down up here. So, and of course, now we are getting too big. But, and I'm putting the normal. He's in the normal configuration with the normal doodads on him, the normal hands and feet. When I use them, when I normally do it, I normally have a different configuration, and I use my Perfect Effect hands and feet, because as giant as the feet look normally on all the other bots, for some reason with this guy, because of his chunkiness, it fits. It really does fit. And there you go. And for some reason, he's always bending over. No matter what I do, he always seems to bend over like he's waiting for something. And I don't know why that is. I don't really know why that is. That bothers me. Maybe no, because if I do that, he's going to fall backwards. But maybe if hold on. I mean, I can see why they got the red bit there. The red bit helped make him a little bit bigger, but I'm going to see if I can transform this with the red bit up. Maybe that'll help a bit with the legs, because with the thing as it is now, I can't yeah, let's do that. I can't bend the legs backwards a bit there we go. That works better. Alright, so Yeah, and it doesn't really look that much different, to be honest with you. You hardly even notice that the red bit's not there, but there we go. And he's pretty nice looking. The only problem I have with this figure is that he is shorter than the other bots in their combined mode, and I wish I would have brought Menasor out with me. But I did not. So, I mean, like, his hands look okay because they're, you know, big and beefy, whatever. But his feet look so horribly small on this figure. It really does. So, what I do, and normally, like, he looks cool like this. But there's a way to make him look even beefier. Like, if you, hold on one second. I'm gonna pause and come back. Alright, and if you switch him around a little bit, that actually fills them out a little bit more. Normally you would think this would fit up there. You would think you'd keep first aid up on the shoulder to fill him out, but he's not a solid piece. Like up here, you can see this bit folds over, and it sort of looks like a solid, a more solid chunk. He's just full of open spaces, so that doesn't work very well. And that SWAT guy, holy crap, it makes him look really buff on that arm. And you can see there's his big gun, and it looks silly, but you can do that. Like I said, now he's looking up. Dude, I can't win with you. I just want you to look forward. And his feet are still too damn small. Okay, that guy's gonna. They're just too damn small. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch out the feet and the hands because I like the perfect effect feet and hands. Like, the hands now look too big. They are just too bulky for this figure. And again, he's shorter than the other figures. He's about half a head, maybe a full head shorter than all of the other Combiner Wars figures. So, you know, a little bit of clown shoot goes a long way. I'm gonna pop this off. I probably should have done this off camera, but this one, especially this one here, always gives me a hard time, which it didn't really do today. Okay, so got you in. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Whoops. And there goes the gun splitting up. Go ahead and plug this fist over here and gun in like that. And here comes the actual difficult part, is getting these on without accidentally splitting the feet off. These guys. Okay. And yeah, just split the foot. So that's okay. Just put that in like so, and then I'll just plug this piece together. Plug this piece together. There we go. There's one foot done. Bugs, leave me alone. And the other foot done. And there we go. And now he looks a little, he's bulky, but he looks a little more in proportion. And yeah, I like that. I do like that a bit. And he is posable. You can, you know, do stuff because he's posable. His ratchets are a little bit better than Menasor's are. So you can, although at that point the way everything splits up, he kind of looks he looks way more squat than he needs to be. But you can do that. You can have him down on one knee if you want to you know, speak to smaller bots if you want to. But yeah, he is pretty good. He is pretty nice, regardless of whether or not you have upgraded feet or not. And you can look from the side. You can see that the feet are not. They don't look too bad on him. And if you want to, you can actually, if you decide you want to have Gatling gun murder feet, I guess I'm going to try this now. Just flip this first peg up, Come on, flip up. See if we can do this. It'll limit the posability, but provided you can get this in there. Let's see if you can get this in there. Where are you, Hole? There you are. Yeah. You lose a little bit in the way of posability, but you get Gatling gun feet. So that actually looks pretty cool. I might actually do that for one of the other bots. Not the Protectobots, because they're supposed to be, you know, like protecting and not too much into the super duper fighting and whatever. They're more for evacuation, and they're like rescue bots, except before rescue bots came out. As a matter of fact, 3 of the rescue bots are based, I think, on these potential characters. You got the police cop, you got Blades, which there's Blades right there. You got the police cop whose name is Chase and not Streetwise, like I thought, even though this one is Streetwise. Then you got Heatwave, which would be the analog for Hotspot. So let's move him over. Get Galvatronus in here. Get him in here, Galvatronus, for a size comparison with the new feet. And you can see Galvatronus is, hopefully you can see it, but yeah, you can see Galvatronus is taller. And where'd he go? Just because Mini B, he's about, honestly, I think he's about a scout class. Mini B, if you want, you can throw in, come on, this guy for more size comparisons. So, and there he is there is a Voyager class figure. So you get a bunch of size comparisons. And granted, now they've got about half an inch or so more, maybe an inch, almost an inch more of height on them now without those little feet. But yeah. So I like Defensor. He's the main part of the review. He looks good. He's nice and bulky. He's nice and bulky, but he's got, like, his face doesn't look like a warrior bot. He doesn't have that I'm out to kill people. He's got that I'm concerned for you, can I help you out, and, you know, looking face. So, whoops. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of my review. Whoa, bugs. My phone's about to die anyway. And I am Islip. Thanks for watching my review. Stay tuned for the next one.